BA First Sem, Optional English, Unit First, Introduction to Literature, Literature and Science, Part 4. Literature and Science, Introduction. Literature and science are often seen as separate fields, with science focused on facts and experiments, while literature explores imagination and human experiences. However, the two disciplines are closely connected and influence each other in many ways. The nature of science and literature. Science seeks to understand the natural world through observation, experimentation, and analysis. It deals with facts and theories about phenomena like the laws of physics, biology, and chemistry. Scientific discoveries help improve human life, health, and knowledge, driving progress and technology. Literature, on the other hand, express ideas, emotions, and stories about human experiences through novels, poems, plays, and essays. Literature explores themes like love, loss, hope, and morality. Literature allows people to express their thoughts, connect with others, and gain insight into the human condition. Although science and literature seem different, they have many areas where they connected and influence each other. Literature can make scientific concepts more understandable and meaningful, while science often inspires literary themes, styles, and genres. Literature reflecting scientific ideas. First one, human impact of scientific progress. Literature frequently explores the effects of scientific advancements on individuals and society. For example, Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein shows the consequences of understated scientific ambition. Dr. Frankenstein's creation of life has tragic results, raising questions about ethics and responsibility in science. Science fiction, a genre that grew in the 19th and 20th centuries, is centered on science and technology. It uses imaginative storytelling to explore how future scientific developments may affect society, such as in Aldous Huxley Brave New World, which examines the moral implications of genetic engineering and social control. Second one, imagining the future through science. Literature often imagines future possibilities based on scientific progress. H.G. Wells' The Time Machine explores the idea of time travel, raising questions about evolution and human society in the disa- distant future. Inspired by scientific discoveries, authors create worlds that help readers think about the long term impact of human actions. Jules Verne's novels like 20,000 Language Under the Sea are inspired by technological innovations wherein used emerging ideas about submarines to create an adventure story that combines science with imagination. Third one, ethical dilemmas in science. Literature often raises ethical questions about scientific discoveries and their applications. For instance, Michael Crichton's Jerick Frack explores genetic engineering by defecting a world where dinosaurs are brought back to life. The story warns against using science without considering its moral consequences. Many literary works discuss the responsibilities of scientists and the impact of their actions on society. Robert Louis Stevenson's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde explores scientific experiments on personality, reflecting on the dangers of meddling with human nature. Scientific influence of on literary techniques, stream of consciousness and psychology. Discoveries in psychology, especially the theories of Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung led to the development of the stream of consciousness technique. This style, used by authors like James Joyce and Virginia Woolf, shows the continuous flow of a character's thoughts and feelings. This literary technique allows readers to enter a character's mind, exploring emotions and psychological conflicts. It reflects the scientific understanding of the human mind, showing how literature adapted to new knowledge. Second one, influence of evolution on storytelling. Charles Darwin's theory of evolution had a significant impact on literature. The concept of survival of the fittest inspired themes of competitions, adaptation, and progress in many novels. Writers like Thomas Hardy and H.G. Wells used evolutionary themes to reflect on human society and survival. For example, Hardy's novels often depict characters facing challenging environments, highlighting human resilience and adaptation. Third one, structure and style inspired by scientific ideas. Mo- Modernist literature was heavily influenced by scientific and technological advances. The rapid phase of change in the early 20th century, from inventions like airplanes to advancements in physics, shaped the fragmented structure and experimental style of modest writers like T.S. Eliot and Edgar found. The uncertainty brought by quantum physics and relativity also influenced themes of distortion and ambiguity in modern literature. Literature inspiring scientific thought. Literature does not only reflect science, it also inspires scientific thinking and discovery. Imaginative works sometimes pre- predict future advancements or encourage scientists to think creatively. Here are some examples. Inspiring technological invention. Science fiction has inspired real life technological advances. For example, Arthur C. Clarke's concepts of satellite communication in his novel 2001, A Space Odyssey, later became a reality, influencing modern telecommunications. Similarly, Jules Verne's ideas about space travel in from Earth to the Moon inspired future scientists to explore the possibility of space exploration. His works encouraged readers to believe in the power of science to achieve the unimaginable. And second one, encouraging ethical consideration in science. Literature often raises ethical questions about the impact of science, promoting scientists and policymakers to consider the moral side of technological progress. Frankenstein continues to be studied for its insights into scientific responsibility, reminding scientists to consider the ethical consequences of their work. Stories what warn against the misuse of science, like Adults Huxley's Brave New World, help society think about the values it wants to preserve in the in a rapidly advancing world. Imagination as a tool for scientific inquiry. Literature and science both rely on imagination to explore new ideas, while science uses imagination to create hypotheses and models. Literature uses it to tell stories that force the boundaries of what we know. Writers like Isaac Asimov and Ray Bradbury use science fiction to speculate on future technologies and the effects they could have on humanity. This encourages readers and scientists to think beyond current limitations and imagine new possibilities. Examples of literature and science interactions, dystopian literature, and genetic engineering. Books like Brave New World and Gattack address the ethical questions surrounding genetic manipulation, exploring themes of identity control and human freedom. These works reflect concerns about the use of science in ways that may impact individuality and autonomy. Environmental literature and science. Environmental literature explores the relationship between humans and nature, often urging respect for the environment. Rachel Carson's Silent Spring was instrumental in raising awarenesses about the impact of pesticides, influencing the environmental movement and inspiring scientific studies on ecology. Contemporary environmental literature continues to promote scientific understanding of climate change, population, pollution, and conservation. Biographical and historical accounts of scientists. Literature also includes biographies and fictionalized accounts of famous scientists such as Albert Einstein and Marie Curie. These works help readers understand the values, challenges, and achievements of scientists, make making science more relatable and inspiring future generation. Conclusion: the connection between literature and science is deep and multiplicated. Literature makes science understandable and engaging, while science provides literature with new themes, ideas, and techniques. Together, they enrich human understanding.